my diary.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New Orleans Saints and the New York Giants. All that and more coming up next.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the New York Giants. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
Just about set for football. Blake Groupie is ready to get us started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
We knew about the great mind coming out of Duke, and we saw the athletic ability and the potential. Watching it all come together and get better with each passing year, that's been fun. He can throw it deep, throw it short, and of course take off out of the pocket and beat you with his legs as well.
Jones wants to throw to start things out here. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
That's complete left side to Shepard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Now Jones throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Now Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. Touchdown, Giants! Darius Slayton, 45 yards. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Carr. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know, he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it. And the Giants are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Rolling to his right. And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the first down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
A first down carry for Barkley. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Throwing Jones. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. More multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster. And every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
It's Hill, complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Well, they showed a 5-receiver set, had the backfield empty, and lined the running back out to the left. Plenty for the quarterback to process both pre- and post-snap, but he was able to find his man, and it turns into a big play.
Now a play fake. Carr. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Olave over the middle. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, New Orleans.
Olave motioning to the left. Here's Carr now going to fake the jet sweep and throw off play action. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On play action, it's Carr. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Carr. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on third and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
So after the field goal, back out his groupie to send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Catch made by Slayton. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Again, it's Barkley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's Demario Davis navigating his way into the backfield for a tackle for loss.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. That is caught. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. At that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Off the play fake. Jones. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. This is caught inside the 5. A big play there for the Giants. 42 yards.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now, he's absolutely shredding them.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Barkley diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. Nice job of polishing off that drive, and all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Gano the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And bulldozing his way through.
The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go.
Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Carr.
Complete to Olave on the out route.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
To throw, it's Carr. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Bobby Okereke running in and bringing him down. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out, because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15.
Carr now to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Dexter Lawrence. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Lightning speed that time from the corner. Marshawn Lattimore getting the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Jones throw taken in by Slayton. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Jones. The ball comes out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. Gano's kick is good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start with a give to Kamara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Carr. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
That was a chance for the breakthrough. He's got a man running free, and you've got to be able to put that on him. But instead, led him too far, incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. His throw incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Carr to throw. And that's incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Olszewski now to return. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Darius Slayton and the rest of this offense about to begin their next drive. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing, because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
Now, this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Absolutely nowhere to go with the football, and he's just going to put this one in the Hudson River. Maybe he's a little fortunate he didn't get called for grounding, because that one was well over everyone's head.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Now Jones. We'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17. Into the red zone. 1st down.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Throwing Jones. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Campbell. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And And this is going to be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On first down, Carr. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dexter Lawrence able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Carr's throw caught by Olave.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Throwing now is Carr. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Carr going to throw.
He completes it to Olave.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 34-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, New Orleans.
So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. The Giants got solid play out of their quarterback in that first half. That's Daniel Jones. He's got a touchdown through the air as his guys have raced out to a gigantic early lead.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
They start the second half with Kamara. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, now Carr. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now Carr. And that is incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 59 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Now that's how you start a drive. Not only do you pick up a 1st down, you do it on a chunk play. Big yardage, and now you put a little bit of a dent in the confidence of the defense.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And able to give one man the slip there as he works his way forward for about 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
They'll go to Barkley again. A very tough run, but for a pretty short gain out near the 32. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
1 1st down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10.
At their own 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch.
And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
To throw his Carr.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over here up near the 40. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
In possession switching back to the New York Giants. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They begin with a run by Barkley. Nifty footwork at the 45. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
From just shy of midfield, Jones. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Well, it shifts past him.
And he will have the Giants first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll run it again with Barkley. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley.
The short throw pulled in by Bellinger.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And 3rd and 8 now.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing, the O-line coach will.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. Now Carr. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
We'll get this to about the 38. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Play action. Now it's Carr. They complete it to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty, because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is, because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Unnecessary run defense.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Carr.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans.
4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit.
That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The point after, good by Groupie.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. New York set to take the field. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. That is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
A gain of 12. And the Saints, 1st down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Carr now on 1st down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Tries the left side and finds Olave. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards it.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they like some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. He finds his man Johnson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete there to Thomas.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Giants' 29-yard line.
On play action, it's Carr. Complete, it's Johnson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Carr. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Again, it's Carr.
Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Slot man moves right. And they'll fake the jet sweep there and instead hand to Kamara. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a 1-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
So after the field goal, back out is Groupie to send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. The drive will start with an option going left. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On first down, Carr. And his throw is incomplete. Trying to get that one to Chris Olave. And now it's second down. Now Carr. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a touchdown, Saints! Juwan Johnson from 6 yards away. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here on the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Here's Groupie for the PAT. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. This crowd, boy, in a state of shock. What was once safely in hand is now a tie game as the kick is away here. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. New York's offense back out there and set to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Throwing, Jones. And the pass complete to Waller on the out route. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the 46, here's 2nd and a yard. Now Jones. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. They'll look to throw again. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space.
But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Now Jones on 3rd and 2. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Saquon Barkley running right. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Barkley inside handoff. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
One thing I do know that offensive linemen like, they like a guy who's carrying the ball that will take what is blocked. Not try and create a big play, maybe take a loss, not try and go where the blocking isn't. But if it's just all that's there and you just put your head and your shoulders down and get that, you get the respect of the big guys up front.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Giants answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with the touchdown run to take the lead.
Extra point try good by Gano. And they will take a 7-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
So time for Carr and the Saints.
Down 27-20, a minute 16 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Carr.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Now Carr. It's complete. Kamara.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with a minute 6 left to go in the game.
Well, the crowd here at MetLife Stadium in full roar. 3rd down.
Carr to throw. He's got Johnson finding room at midfield. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have as well as the understand where they are in the field?
Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Throwing his Carr. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so he can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. Downfield, and he's got Olave. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Here's Carr. On the check down, he finds Kamara.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Ball resting on the 20. This is 2nd and 10. To throw is Carr. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both, because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Groupie for the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And New York set to take the field. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Pass complete to Robinson. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Now Jones. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
This is 1st and 10.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
Saquon Barkley on the carry. Pete Werner on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Saints' 33-yard line.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Gano on for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And he got it. He splits the uprights from 50 yards out. And the Giants win the football game.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from MetLife Stadium.